Hey there everyone, how's it going? Kurt Singh here with a Ultra League battle video. In today's video I'm running Gallade with the new Psycho Cat, Ampharos, and Tapu Koko. I have seen some videos with Tapu Koko and Nature's Madness. I've put out a different video on Tapu Koko previously before Nature's Madness and I did really like it then. So I figured why not give it a try. The two electric types work really well as well together, as you can see right here. 2, 3, and I was worried they were going to get to a move, so I did throw here to get rid of the Gyarados, but pretty much 3 Volt Switches took out the Gyarados, and here I'm able to get to a Zap Cannon before the Sylveon, so this is going to put huge pressure on their shield, or it would take them out. So I do get their last shield and I get the defense drop. So here I bring in Tapu Koko as the charm is super effective against Gallade. So I'm going to respect whatever move this is and shield it up. It is a Dazzling Gleam. Not really sure. I don't think it would have taken me out. Probably down about 50% of health where I'm sitting currently. I go for the Nature's Madness there, takes out the Sylveon. And in the back, they've got an Arcanine, so now this is a little bit tricky. I go for the Nature's Madness, specifically because it has a guaranteed defense drop. So I figured go for that, and then these Volt Searches are going to do more damage. Fire does, I believe, resist Fairy. So there's a possibility that that Thunderbolt would have just taken it out. But I did have a shield here, so I'm able to block and then go for a Leaf Blade, which will take out the Arcanine, and that'll be a good game. And as you'll see in the intro or the description, I did go 5-0 with this team. I did these battles last night, and a lot of fun. So here you got Jellicent. It's kind of a neutral matchup. They're doing super effective with the Hex, and Shadow Ball would one-shot me. However, Leaf Blade is also going to do super effective damage. So they do shield, and I believe with this new Psycho Cat, I greatly outpace. So I'm going to put a lot of pressure on their shields and or be able to take them out. So there you can see I get 1 shield, do about 50% damage. They throw Shadow Ball, so I shield that up. And then they switch out into a Charizard, so I bank my move and switch into Ampharos here. And I'm counting, and I believe they only had 5 wing attacks, which is only a Dragon Claw. So I let this go. And then they go 1, 2, 3. I throw here to either take them out or force their last shield. I do take them out. And then they've got Haxorus in the back. So they've thrown 3 Dragon Tails, so they're, I think, 1 more away from a move. So I threw the Brutal Swing here. They shield that up. Throw 1 more. I managed to get to another Brutal Swing, which is really good. So, so that connects and gets them deep into the red. I decided to come in here with Gallade, just simply to sack it. Tapu Koko is going to handle the dragon moves way better, and if I can get to 1 Nature's Madness, I don't even need to. The Volt Switches will take care of that, and I do still have a shield. So they throw Breaking Swipe, and then they switch into the Jellicent. I think Shadow Ball would do a lot of damage here, so I do respect it. Shield up. It is a Shadow Ball. Able to get to the Thunderbolt, and I'm going to throw this, and then I should be able to Volt Switch 1 or 2 Volt Switches. I think 1. Yeah, oh yeah, they're way low. So that's another good game to my opponent there. Right into the next match here. Gallade into Lucario. This is kind of an interesting one. The Psycho Cuts are effective against the fighting, but I think Steel kind of resists it. And they can have Shadow Ball, so I do want to respect that. It's just an Aurora Sphere. So here I'm going to bait first with a Leaf Blade. And they shield that up. So I'm anticipating that they're not going to assume this is a close combat. So I go for the close combat here. This would KO. Bang! One shots. Well, not really, like, takes them out anyways. And then you can see the Psycho Cuts are super effective against the Annihilate here too. Go for another close combat. And then I dip into my Tapu Koko. What are they at here? I wasn't counting, but I decided to let it go. It is a Shadow Ball, and you can see there huge damage. And then they've got Metagross in the back and a shield. This is not looking good. So I throw the Thunderbolt here, and they let that go through. That may possibly have won the game for me. 2 3-volt switches, they do get to a move. I'm going to shield this up. Respect the Meteor Mash. It would do quite a bit of damage. It's a flash cannon. So I'm glad that I shielded that. And I'm able to get to a Brutal Swing here. Brutal Swing would have done a decent chunk, wouldn't have quite taken them out. Get to another one, and I swapped thinking that they were going to throw a little bit sooner, but it's all good. Take the Shadow Ball, and then I have the Brutal Swing loaded. So that works out well there. That'll be another good game. That'll take them out. If you guys are still watching, has anybody used Tapu Koko with the Nature's Madness? Do you like it over Dazzling Gleam? What do you think of some of the other move sets, move updates and stuff like that this season for the Ultra League? I actually really like Gallade. I've never really been able to play it all that much, but I think last season is when I started making them and using them a little bit, and I really like it. It is very glassy though. So Gallade into Ampharos. As you can see here, it is very spammy. So it gets to another Leaf Blade there. I switch into my Ampharos to catch the move. It is a Brutal Swing. So I can take that there, add another one. I think that I want to shield this up. And they go for a Trailblaze there. Boost their attack, and I'm at a Brutal Swing here. I let them sneak a Volt Switch through, so that's not ideal. I do get their last shield though. So I think at this point I just let this go. I hope that I barely live it. And I'm able to throw. Oh no, I do decide to shield, okay. So I figured if I shield, I get the move. And I'll be able to take out their Ampharos. And then in the back, they've got a Skeledirge. So now I really need this Brutal Swing, and I do manage to get to it just before that last Incinerate takes me out. So this is going to do huge damage, being a Shadow and the Dark typing on the Ghost. So here, I bring in Tapu Koko, betting that it's a Dazzling Gleam, not the Shadow Ball. Oh, Disarming Voice, sorry. I felt like, and I'm able to just barely farm down there. And luckily for me, their last Pokemon is Water typing. I felt like because they knew that I had Gallade on the lead, that they would just kind of blindly be throwing the Dazzling Gleam, the fairy type. Because Gallade has fighting, right? So, although Shadow Ball would have one shot because of the Psychic typing, so either one. So here they've got Giratina, so I'm going to switch right away into my Ampharos, which actually worked out really well because it forced them to switch, and they decided to switch into Skeledirge, which Ampharos is my best answer to that because of the Dark type, or like the Dark move. So this is totally okay for me. Tapu Koko is easily going to be able to handle Giratina. So this is actually, like I say, the best, like it worked out really well to switch. I get taken out just before I'm able to take them out. Come in, one more Volt Switch. Their damage doesn't even register. They bring Giratina in now to Tapu Koko, which is, I find interesting. This is a Dragon Claw. It's not going to do much damage, but I do shield up just in case it's a Shadow Sneak. I was thinking here with them bringing in Giratina that they must be weak in the back, so I wanted to preserve some energy. Health, I always say energy. I wanted to preserve some health. I do let this Dragon Claw go through though. And I think here I get to another Nature's Madness. It is nice. You get to it just that little bit faster. And it still hits decently hard. Yeah, and then in the back they've got Poliwrath. So that's why they came back in with Giratina there. So here you go for Nature's Madness. Gets their last shield and the defense drop because it's guaranteed. So that's why I threw that instead of the Thunderbolt. And now this Leaf Blade is going to do even more damage, even though it is debuffed now. It's going to do super effective damage, and it doesn't quite take them out, but the Psycho Cuts are adding up as is, and they decide to give up there. And that's it. That's the battles. 5-0, like I said. Hope you guys are still watching. If you are liking these videos, leave a like or a comment. Subscribe. I'm looking forward to making more and keeping on being a little bit more active here, trying to get some new videos out and keep on the grind, trying to get up to veteran again. I just barely missed it last season. So good luck out there, everybody, and happy elo hunting. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.